What's up, guys, and welcome to Gera's Crazy World. And if you haven't guessed by now, or you can't identify me under my costume, I'm Gera, duh. And I am coming to you guys today with day 5. Wait, that's 10. 5 of Gera's 5 days of Halloween. You guys made it to the end. Happy Halloween, everybody. So, as promised, I promise you guys that I will give you a story time today. And my story time is entitled The Halloween That Doesn't Exist. No. My story time is entitled The Halloween That Disappeared. So, as you guys seen from day one, I love Halloween. I love dressing up. And guys, I'm supposed to be a cat right now, okay? First of all, I look like a rat, okay? I do not freaking look like a cat. I don't know, maybe it's the 2 ponytails or it's something, but I real life look like a rat right now. I don't see cat, and I'm supposed to look like a cat. Like, I went on Google and I Googled how to make a cat face. I got these little ears and this little tie with the little tail from Dollar Tree. Like, see, that's what happened when you get stuff from Dollar Tree, because they don't give you the real deal. They give you the eye version of, and these are some eye version of cat ears. And this is the eye version of a tie, because this thing is tight as heck, okay? I have a cat. Her name is Lizzie. I'm going to put a picture up in this video. Now, look at Lizzie. Do I look anything like that? Y'all let me know, okay? But anyways, I digress. So it is definitely Halloween, and Halloween is definitely not for the kids, okay? It's for the grown-ups too. So I have my grown-up candy with me while I tell you guys this story time. My grown-up candy, BKA, is wine. So this is some sweet watermelon wine by Pacific Fruit Vineyards. And I get this wine from Aldi's for like $3, y'all. And it is busting, okay? My best friend put me on it and I love it. And I'm drinking it in my little Halloween glass. Well, it's plastic, but it's all creepy, right? It's so cute. First of all, it's purple and it's like a skeleton hand. It's holding the glass. I got this from Dollar Tree as well. Now they did something right. But anyways, it's not about that right now. Today is about my story time. The Halloween that disappeared. So this story actually takes place a couple of years ago. I decided to go out in DC with one of my friends for Halloween. And of course, I was dressed up. That's the year that I actually was a nurse, and that was the cutest little costume. But anyways, so we decided to go out for Halloween, and I knew that I wanted to really enjoy myself and have a good time. So I decided not to drive, because usually when we go out, I always drive. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to drive today. We're going to take a Lyft. And go to DC and take a lift back. That way I can just let my hair down. I can drink. Now, I usually drive. Yes, I do drink sometimes when I go out, but I don't drink a lot. But it was Halloween, so I'm like, oh, baby, I'm getting messed up today. So we took a lift to DC. We went to this club called Velvet Lounge. And when we got in there, we were like regulars in there at that time, because we used to go all the time, and that was like one of our favorite spots. They have this little white dude that DJs. He got dreads in his head, and baby, when I say he have all the twerk music in rotation, he be having all the twerk music in rotation. So we went there, we ordered a drink from the bar, and yeah, that's what happened. I came home, I went to sleep, and I woke up. And The end. No, no, no. Just kidding, y'all. That would have been the shortest story time ever. Like, I'm looking at my clock, like 5 minutes. No. So that is actually all I remember from that night. So I do not remember anything from that night. It's like that night disappeared from my memory. It's like it never happened. So I'm going to go ahead and rewind this story, and I'm going to tell you guys the story from the beginning, but with all the details secondhand. So this is the information that I got from my friend for that night that we went out. So this is about the time we went out in DC for Halloween. So that year I was a nurse, and me and my friend decided to go out, and I didn't want to drive because I wanted to really enjoy myself. I wanted to go drinking, and I didn't want to have that responsibility of not being able to, drink and have fun if I was driving. So we decided that she was going to come to my house, and we were going to get dressed together at my house, and we were going to pregame at my house, and then we were going to take a lift to DC. So she comes over, we get dressed, and that year I was a nurse, and I wanted to be like really cute. So I made sure like my makeup was on fleek. I had glitter on my eyes. Like I had my hair in a bun, trying to be like looking like a real nurse. I had on white stockings and everything. And it's the end of October. So of course it was cold. So I had on some boots. And I just thought I was so cute. So we got dressed, and we were at my house basically pre-gaming before we were ready to go to DC. So earlier that year I went to Jamaica with my older sister for her birthday, and I brought back, a couple of bottles. Every time I go to Jamaica, I always bring back alcohol because they have some really good and cheap alcohol, and they have alcohol over there that of course you can't find over here in the States. So I had this bottle that I brought back from Jamaica called Rum Bar. I gave my mom a bottle, and I had a bottle for myself. Mind y'all, it was a big bottle, and it was only $11. I should have known. I should have known that something wasn't right with that alcohol because it was $11 for their big bottle. But I learned my lesson. So what happened was, that's when the story getting good when black people say, what happened was. So what had happened was my friend and I, we both drink Jameson. She chases with soda water. I like cranberry juice. So we had a bottle of Jameson as well, and we had the rum bar. She didn't want to mix because she know how she get when she drink. So I was like, oh, I've mixed before, and it didn't really affect me that much. Like I was good, I wasn't sick, I didn't get too drunk. Like I've even mixed dark and light, and I was good. So she was like, okay, you can do that, but I ain't doing that. So we were taking shots of Jameson while I had a whole glass of rum bar. So basically, I was taking shots of Jameson and chasing it with the rum bar and cranberry juice. There go there goes problem number one. Okay, so we were at my house. We were at my house, and we were drinking, and it was, getting late. So it's about 10:30, and here in this area, 10:30 is late for going out. Like in Miami, we don't get to the club till 12, but here you want to get there around 10:30, 11 o'clock, because everything closes at 2:30 anyway. So you want to be able to be there enough time to enjoy yourself. And if you're anything like me and my friends, we like the club hop because it's free to get in the clubs anyways. So we want to go to more than one club in the night. So we were just about to get ready to go out, and I called my then at that time boyfriend. So the guy who I had been talking to, he actually was from Jamaica, and he was Jehovah's Witness. So So of course he don't celebrate Halloween. He don't celebrate no holidays. So he was just talking to us on the phone. He was like, "Okay, y'all go out, y'all have a good time, but y'all be safe, but enjoy yourself." So I'm like, "Yeah, we good, or whatever." So I was like, I just been drinking, but I'm not driving, so I'm good. I said, and you know me, like I can hold my liquor. Now that's one thing about me. I don't get drunk easily, like at all. I can drink a lot and still don't be drunk, or I don't, like I said, I don't get sick. I don't pass out. I don't do none of that. Like I can drink and hold my liquor. One, because I'm a plus size girl, and two, because I make sure I eat me a good hearty fried meal before I start drinking. Okay, so so it was time for us to go. And we called the lift. He came and picked us up. And when we got in the lift, I had a water bottle of the rum bar and cranberry juice. So I was like, I'm gonna finish my drink on the way over while we're in the lift. And that way when we get to the by the time we get to DC, basically I should be finished with this drink. So I put it in a water bottle. We got in the lift and we went. So on the way down there, mind you, I paid maybe $15 for the lift. That was it. So we get to DC, and the first stop is Velvet Lounge, which, like I said, was my favorite lounge. We were regulars there. We used to go there all the time because they have indoor and outdoor. And my friend who I went with, she, smokes cigarettes. So it's, easy for her to be able to just step out on the patio if she wants to take a smoke, come back inside without us having to leave outside of the club and try to get back in the club. So, like, when I say we were regulars, we were regulars. Like, the bouncer knew me. I was cool with the DJ. The bartenders, they were twins that I definitely could never tell apart, but they both knew who I was. Like, we used to go there all the time. And of course, it's free to get in, so why not? And it used to be jumping. Like I said, the DJ, he was this little white boy with some dreads, and he used to have all of the good twerk music in rotation. So we went, and as soon as we got in there, my friend wanted to go to the bar. So I told her I don't want to drink because I just finished drinking when we got out the lift, and I don't get drunk too because I don't just be drinking like that back to back. I like to have me a drink, let it digest, chill out, catch a vibe, dance or whatever a little bit. Then I'll get another drink when I feel like, okay, I done calm down a little, like the little tipsiness done digress some. No, what she do? She buys me a drink. So I'm like, okay. So I got the drink in my hand. Mind you, I do not remember even drinking it. I just remember getting the drink from the bar. Oh, too. This I knew I was drunk, and this is another reason why I didn't want to drink, because while we were at the bar, I almost fell. I had on boots, but they were flats. Now, mind you, the year before that, I was a pirate, and I had on boots with heels on them, and I was not drunk the entire night. I was able to walk around. We went club hopping and everything, and I was good. This year, it was drink number one at the club. Well, because I had drinks before, but it was drink number one at the club. I had on flats, and I almost fell. When I fall and when I drop my phone, that's when I know, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm good for the night. Like, my body gives me signs to tell me stop drinking. And I'm that type of person that once my body gives me that sign to stop drinking, I'm going to just stop drinking. So I almost fell at the bar. So I told her, I don't want to drink. She's like, oh, no, you're all right. You're all right. She gives me the drink. I don't even remember drinking it. All I remember is we went outside. I did remember going outside after that. So this is where my friend jumps in. We went outside and we were out there just chilling. Like I said, it was the end of October in the DC area, so it definitely was chilly outside. And I had on like a back out dress. And my costume was like a back out dress. But since I was intoxicated, I was hot. I wasn't like cold. So it was fine with me being outside. Like I didn't mind because I was so like warm inside my body. I guess she went to the restroom and left me outside by myself. And while I was out there, I befriended two girls that were originally from the DC area. I don't even remember their names or nothing like that. But I started talking to them, and my friend came outside and she walked up to me. And so her and the girl ended up getting into an argument because the girl didn't know her and the girl didn't know that she was with me. She just was like, who this is walking up on me like that? Like, girl, you better back up. And my friend was kind of intoxicated at this time too. She probably wasn't as drunk as me, but she was tipsy. And when she drinks, she either is like really happy, really friendly, or gets very aggressive and very defensive. And she is not a fighter, okay? So, with that being said, she was definitely about to get beat up outside of the club on Halloween because, I mean, I loved her. I had her back 110%, but I was drunk. I can't fight. I didn't even know what was going on. So I was like, no, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? And so her friend was like, oh, this girl just walking up on us like that. Like, girl, you better back up. You don't know us. I don't know you. I was like, that's my friend. And she was like, oh, this is who you here with. I said, yes, that's who I'm here with. Like, at the club, I'm not by myself. She was like, oh, I didn't know. And so her friend was trying to tell me, like, don't get into it. Don't get involved with it. Like, let them have shit out themselves. I was like, no, that's my friend. I'm not gonna let her, get beat up by some girl or whatever over nothing. And so the girl was like, oh no, I didn't know who you was. I didn't know that y'all was together or whatever. She was like, I just seen you walking up on me and I don't like people walking up on me like that. Females catty for no reason. So she was like, I guess they had done squashed it and they started, smoking a cigarette together. I guess cigarettes bring people together. I don't know. And so she said, after that, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. So we went back in the club to walk through, to get out of the club. You have to basically walk through the club to get back out of the front. And if you've ever been to a club in DC, this club was on 9th and U Street. It's like a row of clubs, like literally a whole row of clubs, and they are very small. Like, they are small and tight on the inside. And this was a very popular club. Like, even if it wasn't Halloween, it would have still been packed in there. So I know it was Halloween, so I know it was like super duper packed. Well, I said I was ready to leave, but as I'm walking out of the club, I decided I want to stop and dance, that I wasn't ready to leave after all. So I started dancing or whatever, and I was just dancing on random people. She said, I don't know, that sounds like something I do, though. That definitely sounds like something I do. So then we left out of, I finally was like, okay, I'm ready to go for real. And we left out of there. And so she was like, oh, where you want to go? So I was like, I don't know. So I was like, I have to use the restroom. So she was like, we went to another club. And I went first inside of the club. She was like, she don't even know how I got in the club because she had my stuff. She had my house keys. She had my ID. She had my money. She had everything. And I just basically walked right in the club and went to the bathroom. So obviously, I was in the bathroom for a very long time. Mind y'all, when I woke up the next morning, I told y'all I had on tights, like stockings. And I still had my whole costume. And it didn't look like nothing had changed. Like, it didn't look like I took nothing off or anything. So I'm confused on to what the heck I did in the bathroom. So she said I went to the bathroom and I was in there for so long that the security came to get me out because I guess someone else was trying to use the restroom and I was still in there. And so the security came and knocked on the door and she said I opened the door and I was just standing there. So they was telling me like, oh, they needed to see my ID, one. And then two, I had to get out the bathroom. I got out the bathroom and I was like, oh, I'm not showing you my ID. Like, and so he was like, well, if you don't show me your ID, you have to leave. So I said, okay, well, we leaving. So we left that place. Mind you, I only remember going to one place. We had done went to so many places that night. Like, it was to the point, I'm gonna get back to the story. But from my remembrance, from my memory, I thought we went to one club. So when I woke up the next morning, I went to her very apologetic, like, hey, I'm sorry I ruined our night. We're supposed to have fun last night, and I got sick at the first place we went to and made us come home early. The girl was like, what are you talking about? We didn't get home till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. She said almost, actually 4 o'clock. It was after 3 o'clock. Y'all, I hadn't remembered none of this stuff, like none of this. So we left them and we went to Secret Lounge. So Secret Lounge is this lounge on 9th and U Street as well. And they have the best. They have the best happy hour. Like, they got the best happy hour. They literally have happy hour every day, Monday to Sunday, until 11 p.m. And that's all they top shelf, Jameson, everything. Shots is $4 and drinks is only $6. Who couldn't be $10? Like, that place right there, I went there for my birthday last year after my birthday dinner. You can't beat that. You just, like, can't beat that at all. We usually go there first. We pregame there, and then we'll go somewhere else. But I guess we ended up in Secrets. So she was like, that I was okay. By the time we got to Secret Lounge, I was good. You know, she thought I was all right. I was dancing and stuff like that. She said, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom again. So she said, I ran to the bathroom and I puked. She was like, I threw up just everything you could think of. It was in that toilet. She said, then I got up and was like, all right, I'm okay. Let's go have fun. I need to stop watching these crazy reality shows. That is called puking rally. I got that from Florida Bama Shores. That's when you going out and you drunk as hell. You go ahead, you throw up. And then you be like, all right, time to keep partying. And you go back to what you was doing before. Like, I am not those people. And I know that is not my life. So I need to just cut it out. I need to stop it. So we went back inside the club. She said I was good for a while. I was good. We was dancing. We obviously, she said, was drinking some more, which I shouldn't have been drinking nothing but water. Like, I literally should not have been drinking nothing but water. But we was drinking some more, and she was like, then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home. But by the time I said the serious last, I'm ready to go home, she said it was like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. That the club was closing anyways, and they was kicking us out. So now this part I slightly remember. She said we was in front of Secret Lounge and we were about to call an Uber. And I bent over the rail by the stairs in front of the club and just threw up. And I guess these people was walking past us and was like, ew, 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 like your friend's sick, you need to take her somewhere. Like, why would you do that right there? She said she cussed them out from A to Z. Like, don't worry about her. She all right. Y'all, I was not all right, okay? I was not all right, and I was not okay. I was freaking sick out my mind. I should have been gone home since the first drink. I swear it was that rum bar, because Jameson does not do me like that. Like, I drink Jameson all the time because I know that I can drink Jameson, go out, have me a good time, and still get up the next morning and go to work like nothing happened. Like, I can drink Jameson, not throw up. I could drink Jameson and be drinking all night and don't get sick, like be fine the entire night. It had to be that rum. And another reason why I knew it was that rum bar is because, like I said, I bought a bottle for my mom as well. And my mom definitely is a drinker as well too. And she even called me when she first started drinking her bottle, because I didn't open mine until Halloween. When she first started drinking her bottle, when I bought it for her in September, she called me and was like, oh, that alcohol that you brought me from Jamaica is so strong. Like, I could drink a little bit of it. And I should have known then, when my mama say something is strong, it is strong, okay? Because she is a professional. Like, she been doing this for years, and she don't get drunk. She, can drink different stuff. Like, I can only drink certain things, but she can drink different stuff, and she be fine. But when she told me that it was strong, I should have known it was strong. But I digress. So it was something in that rum bar. I don't know what the Jamaicans put in my liquor. Like, I don't know what it was. I can't say voodoo because I think voodoo is Haitians. But something about that liquor just, it ain't right. It ain't right. So after I finished throwing up on the sidewalk of secrets, I called and Lyft finally to come pick us up. And by this time, it starts to rain. So the club is closed, it's raining, and we're standing outside. The street is packed, and I'm trying to call the lift. Y'all, the lifts were like $100 that night. Mind y'all, I told y'all it only took less than $15 just to get out there. It was like almost $100. So I told her, I said, okay, can we do a pool or whatever, a shared ride? She was like, she didn't care. She was coming back to my house anyways. So I was like, okay. So I requested a shared ride, but first we had to walk. They couldn't pick us up from where we was because I guess the street was blocked off, and basically it suggested that we walk away from the spot that we was at and go somewhere else for the lift to pick us up. And I guess to make it easier, because it was a ride share, even the ride share was $40, y'all. $40. A $15 ride, $40. So we waiting for the lift to come, and it's raining, and these guys drove past us. And like I said, my friend is either two ways when she's drunk: super friendly or super aggressive. So they was like, oh, do y'all need a ride? And so she was like, yeah, y'all gonna give us a ride? And he's like, oh, what y'all gonna do for this ride? So she, got super friendly at this point and said something very vulgar. This PG-13 story time, I ain't gonna say what she said, but said something very vulgar. And he said something back to her very vulgar. And so I got defensive. And I started cussing him out, like, from A to Z. He called him everything except for a child of God. Like, you was not finna disrespect us. We are women. Like, don't get it twisted. She was just playing around with you. Like, you got the right one here. I said, don't let that Miami-Dade County come up out of me, boy. I said, because I'll slap you down. I digress. But just basically, I would just say I was just being real defensive, real mean. I was going off on this dude just from disrespecting us. Like, because she was being friendly, but I was not. And I was not playing with him. And for you to, like, make sexual, basically, he tried to ask us to offer him sexual favors for a ride. Like, oh, baby, I got money. I'd rather spend this $40 than to go home with your ugly, broke down behind. And y'all know who it be. The ones on the passenger side. It's always the ones on the passenger side. So our lift finally comes. He took forever. So our lift finally come. He took forever. And when the lift guy came, it was a young dude driving, and it was a young dude sitting in the front. And it was an older dude in the back. And so, of course, we get in, we go in the back. Mind you, my friend is smaller than me, but she is hippie like me. And I'm, big all over. So, of course, we was tight back there. Y'all, we was real tight back there. So, I'm trying to close the door, and the door wouldn't close. So, I was like, oh, Lord. And so, we finally get the door closed, but we got the door closed to a point where you got to sit on one hip. You know how you got to sit sideways on one hip to make sure that you fit inside? That's how we were sitting, because we were squished in the back. So the guy was just like, verify my name. And he was like, okay, I have to take, the other two guys first. Their stops was before us. And then he was going to take us. So we was like, fine, that's fine. I asked him if it was okay for me to put down the window, because I was like, y'all, I was done. I was done at this point. And so he told me, it was cool. He was a really nice guy. But here go where the problem began. It's like we was having problems all night. Here go where the problem began. The young dude who was sitting in the front. So we had done dropped off the old. No, this is before we dropped off the old dude. So the young dude who was sitting in the front was like, "Oh, y'all squished back there," and I was like, "Okay." Like I said, I don't care as long as I get home. Like I'm just trying to get home. He was like, "Oh well, I got a suggestion for you. You can come sit on my lap." And then again, I'm intoxicated. I'm not feeling good. And I had already just cussed somebody out and I just was in a bad mood. So I began to cuss him out too. Call him everything except for a child of God. Like, boy, first of all, don't nobody want you. Ain't nobody finna sit on your lap. You ugly. Like, no, go on about your business somewhere. So when the lift guy, so he drops off the older guy first. Then the lift guy went to the younger dude house, and when he pulled up to the younger dude house, he was like, "Oh, this your last offer. You can come upstairs, or you could just stay in here." I said, "I'll stay in here." Like, dude, are you serious? Like, first of all, you definitely can tell like that I was drunk. So you're trying to take a drunk person home that you don't even know, like you trying to take advantage of me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, because I ain't see. That's one thing about me. That's why I'm like so glad that I am not a naive person, and I'm not like that type of person that get drunk and get super friendly and start, okay, I'm gonna follow this person, I'm gonna go home, that person up. Not me, not happening. But anyways, he got out. He got out and he went home, and then the lift guy finally brought me home. Got home, and I got in my bed, and I passed out. And the next morning, when I woke up, I did find money in my bra. I'm trying to figure out where I got this money from, because my friend was holding all of my stuff, my money. She had my ID, she had the house key, she had everything. So I don't know who I got money from, where I found this money at, but I had some money in my bra. But these things be holding all kind of stuff. But yeah, so basically, that's the Halloween that didn't exist. That's the Halloween that doesn't exist. Cause I don't remember nothing about that Halloween. Like my friend had to tell me everything about that Halloween. I really was like amped up, so ready to go out, so ready to have fun. And it was so disappointing to wake up and not remember nothing from the night before, the night that I anticipated all this time. But it's okay. Luckily, she was able to tell me what happened, and I'm able to share my story with you guys. So, with that being said, I just want to thank y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my 5 days of Halloween. Day one, I introduced you guys to my Halloween, what I love about Halloween. Halloween as a child, I gave y'all tips on how to trick or treat in the hood. So make sure y'all use those make sure y'all use those tips today. I let you guys know about why I love Halloween as a grown up. Trick or treat. I showed you guys how I made my tutu. I showed you guys an example of how I'm going to have my makeup done for tonight. I also showed you a video of my top bun for my costume, to put everything all together to make me a pretty little fairy. So I am spending this year's Halloween in the A, baby. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. Spending Halloween with my friends. So this definitely should be fun, and I'm excited because this is my first time going out for Halloween in Atlanta. Forget that. This is my first time going out in Atlanta, period. I went to like a bar restaurant one time when I came to Atlanta, but it literally was only two people in there. So this is my first time. Like, it is a big holiday. I know it's COVID. We're going to try our best to be safe, but I'm excited because this is my first time going out in Atlanta, having fun, turning up with my girls. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go because I got to take this off, do my makeup, get cute, and get ready for tonight. Because, baby, it's about to be a movie. And I am definitely going to vlog that experience and make sure that I post it for you guys so that you guys can see how I celebrated Halloween this year, 2020 quarantine style. We actually had a whole weekend of different things that we did for Halloween this year in Atlanta. So I'm just glad I was able to come down here and celebrate because I really thought I was gonna be sitting in the house with Lizzie, drinking and watching Halloween movies. Although it's definitely nothing wrong with that, but I did want to go out. And like I said, I love Halloween. And I like to drink and I like to party. And I'm just excited. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys again for tuning in to Gera's 5 days of Halloween. And until next time, make sure you guys wear your mask, be safe. Follow me on all of my social platforms. I have an Instagram at Gera underscore crazy underscore world. Also follow me on Snapchat for my daily rants at Miss MZ underscore loquacious. LOQUACIOUS. And also, if you haven't seen my first 4 videos, go ahead and check those out. Make sure you guys like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Make sure when you do that, that you hit that bell, that you are notified. That way you are notified every time I post new videos, because y'all know I'll be all over the place. But I'm just so proud of myself that I actually did it. I actually posted a video every day from Tuesday to Saturday. I told y'all I was going to do it. Y'all ain't had no faith in me. Y'all ain't had no faith in me. Y'all ain't believe me. Y'all ain't believe me. Y'all ain't believe me. But I did it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Mickey Mouse ears down. Take this makeup off. Because obviously I'm not a cat. Obviously I'm a freaking mouse. Okay. And I didn't want to be a mouse. I wanted to be a cat. If I wanted to be a mouse, I would have worn my Mickey Mouse ears. But you guys have a happy, happy, happy Halloween. And until next time, cheers.